Brands Hatch is our venue once more in this, the penultimate meeting of the championship. Qualifying for the first race is due to start, so let's see who comes out on top.
Right then, hello and welcome back to ToCA Touring Car Championship, about to get ready for rounds 21 and 22 of the 1997 campaign. As always, I'm not going to worry about qualifying, I'm just going to jump straight in and see where everyone lines up for the first race out of 2 here at Brands Hatch Indy.
The new Renault driver had a torrid time there, qualifying well down the order.
Yep, to be expected. So the Audis lock out the front row then with Bincliffe and Biela. My teammate starting third, Thompson, Rydell, Tarquini, Leslie and Burt. Then the final 8, we have Harvey, Radicic, Cleland, Warwick, Reed, Hoy and Watts, with myself starting at the back.
It's time now for our first race of the day, so let's join the action.
Indeed, thank you very much, Tiff. Right, 38 laps then, and away we go. So again, because of the shorter nature of Brands Hatch Indy, touring car bowling will not be happening because you just cannot get enough speed to push any cars off into a solid object. Unlike them, who can push me off quite easily. So yeah, there's no real solid objects for them to catapult into and retire from the race. So this is just literally me racing for the win, pretty much. Let's see how many cars we can lap instead. Peugeot getting in the way. So yeah, almost over with this series then. Only 3 more races to go after this. And then that'll be ToCA Touring Car Championship complete. And then I can finally work my way through ToCA 2. Get that one complete. And that'll go with the trifecta of PlayStation ToCA games with ToCA, ToCA 2 and ToCA World Touring Cars. And of course I've already done the ToCA Race Driver series as well. So yeah, that is the whole series. Well, almost complete. I still have to do the pro career on ToCA Race Driver 3. Come on, straight up. Again, the rain doesn't have any influence on the handling of the car or the grip levels at all. It is just for aesthetics. The car handles and has the same grip as it would do in dry conditions. Alright, let's see if we can just give Warwick a little bit of a nudge. There you go, and he should go off at Paddock Hill Bend, and he does. Our fastest lap at the moment, 50.8. We can do much better than that. 7 seconds back from the Nissan. Four seconds up on our previous split time as well. And we get a lap time of a 44.9. Not bad. Now this one should be a lot faster as well because we took Paddock Hill Bend at a higher rate of speed. Yep, we're already a second up on the previous lap time. Or previous split time, and we've lost it already. God damn it, the bloody inconsistencies with the handling and grip is second to none on this game. Well, we'll try again. Lost a bit of time as well. 12 seconds back from the Vauxhall of Cleland. Not too concerned about being in 13th place because we are going to be hitting a lot of lap traffic. And the front runners will always slow down because they don't know how to pass said lap traffic. Now the Ford is in 12th place. So Cleland is on a charge. This will be another new fastest lap as well. Should be 43. Yeah, 43.29. Oh, for goodness sake. One thing that always puzzled me about this game as well is that there is a weather option for snow and fog, but they are never actually implemented in the championship. Now, a few people would say, oh yeah, but you know, there was never snow during the 1997 campaign. Well, there was never rain at Silverstone either for rounds 3 and 4, but in the game, apparently it is pouring down with rain and thundering. So, you know, if they could have rain when there wasn't any rain, they could have snow when there wasn't any snow. And fog. Oh, don't you dare. Like I said, I don't really care if I win any of the upcoming races because we have won the championship by, you know, quite a healthy margin, so it doesn't really faze me where we finish. As we begin lap 8, 31 to go. Up by 3/4 of a second. We actually lost time going through clearways. Hey, 42.7. Oh, no. For goodness sake. Again, completely at random. Every lap is different. It is literally Russian roulette on the grip level. See, I'm trying my hardest to catch up, and the Ford is now 21 seconds ahead, so we've lost so much time. It was funny, I had a comment the other day about the original series of ToCA Touring Car Championship. This is going back before I had a capture card, so I was using emulation back then, and before I had the PS3. I think it was like 2016 or 2017. It might have been earlier, it might have been 2015, I can't quite remember. But at this round, on the regular championship, Tiff Liddell had a little bit of a glitchy voice. He was saying, oh, now it's time to join the second race of the day, but instead of saying day, his voice went into a high-pitched squeak, and that has always stuck with me ever since. So every time that voice line comes up, I always think, oh, is he going to glitch out? But of course he's not, because it's being played through the PlayStation 3. So yeah, that did get me laughing back in the day. But yeah, that is always on my mind when I hear that voice line. It was just like a quack, a very high-pitched quack, or a squeak. It did confuse me for about a split second until I realised what was going on. The joys of old school emulation. No, don't you dare. Again, still having problems with the drifting analog stick. I do have two PS3 controllers, and they're both plugged in, so I could use you know, the other one if I wanted to, but I don't know if anyone else is the same, but if you have two controllers, one of them is slightly well used and not working 100% like it should, you would rather use the busted one than the new one. Because for me, if the busted one's still... See, again, just a complete random spin out of nowhere, and we've been lapped. Completely been lapped. I am trying my hardest to catch up to the lead pack, and I just can't, but... Anyway, I digress. So, for me, I would much rather use the knackered controller than the newer one, or the one that works better. Because I would much rather get as much use as I can out of the broken controller, or the not so functional controller, than using the new one. Or the newer one. I don't know, I'm a little bit strange like that, but that's just me. Oh, for God's sake, what is wrong with this bloody machine? Yeah, seriously, I cannot. I am trying so hard to catch up. I'm going flat out and I just cannot. And we've been, like I said, we've been lapped. So, it is like suddenly the CPU opponents know that I've already clinched the championship, and now they're just going hell for leather to try and make me look stupid. Which is not very hard to do, let's be fair. So again, with Brands Hatch being so bumpy with the bumps, lumps and undulations, the track surface is rather jagged. So if you go over a few bumps, it will literally spin your car like a top. And just make things rather awkward. And you can see the bumps there going up Paddock Hill Bend. Or heading up towards Druids, I should say. We are catching up on the Ford Mondeo though. 16 seconds now rather than 21. And there, see, the track just dipped on the inside. And the wheels actually came off the ground because the car was just uneven. But then the same thing happens on the first Colin McRae Rally game as well. If you go over, say, like a dirt embankment on the side of the stage, rather than, you know, harmlessly just bouncing off, the car would actually take off from the ground and potentially roll, because the suspension modelling hasn't really been modelled correctly. And we've lapped Warwick. So the car, the bottom of the car at least, is on a flat plane. There's no real independent suspension. The same thing with this game as well. So it's like you're driving a plank of wood around a track with no suspension whatsoever. We've got the Ford down to 11 seconds. I've noticed something recently with YouTube. I don't know if it's just me or if it is happening to everybody, but there has been a sudden huge drop in viewers. Not only that, but there's been a massive drop in people commenting or joining in, just having a conversation. I was going back on some of the older footage on, like, the first ToCA Race Driver game on PC, and average comments would be around about 15 to 20. You know, on a good day. Obviously, it wasn't like that all the time. But now, no one says anything. No one comments, no one has a conversation, no one is friendly. And it's really, you know, quite weird. And again, the viewing figures as well have gone right down. So I don't know if it's because, you know, the summer months or things going on with the website, videos aren't being pushed like they used to. But yeah, it's taken a massive dip recently. So I don't know what's going on with that. But yeah, please leave comments, join in, have a conversation. I'm always up to having a little chit chat in the comments as my car almost spins again. And this race is going quite quickly. We're already on lap 20. We're coming up to lap 20. "19 laps to go. Oh, now Cleland has dropped back, so the Ford has got past him, 7 seconds up the road. Oh, no you don't. Oh, for God's sake, what again? See, the bumps in the track, they just make the car very unstable. And naturally, you want to counter steer to avoid spinning, and the car bites and goes off into the other direction, so you can't do anything about it. It's rather annoying. So we've lost about 10 seconds. Yep, 13 seconds. Oh. And who is that? Trying to bash us out the way. Probably the Volvo again. Or the other Audi. But yeah, from loading the game, it's like the difficulty has suddenly just gone to the absolute maximum it can go. Because this championship has been fairly easy. You know, again, it's randomly picked on how hard the AI or the CPU are going to be during a championship, and usually there's a difficulty curve that goes up through the season. So they start off really easy, you get a couple of wins, and then quarter the way, halfway through the championship, the difficulty increases. There is no difficulty slider on the championship, unlike the American version. So I always thought it was a bit strange that the Showdown Championship didn't really have a difficulty as such. It was plateaued the entire way through. But loading the game up here, it's literally like it usually is on the main campaign. You cannot catch up to the AI properly. You're not lapping anybody. You're close to being lapped again by somebody behind. We're losing pace on the Vauxhall of Cleland. And I've got a whole gaggle of cars behind me trying to catch up to my rear. And I cannot go faster than I already am. I am almost at the very edge of performance with the Renault Laguna. And the fact that the game won't allow you to go any faster because it just tries to spin you every opportunity it gets. So, it looks like I'm going to actually be out of the points. The Ford Mondeo is only 6 seconds up the road. I am trying. I'm trying my absolute hardest to catch up. Again, I'm hoping that the lead pack will catch up to some of the back markers and we might be able to make up a few spots. Like here, the Mondeo's caught the Peugeot of Watts. So the Peugeot was lapped, but I'm now up into 12th place. 14 laps to go, 5 seconds back from the Nissan. Hey, we got a new fastest lap by 2/1000ths of a second. Or 2/100ths of a second. It will be hundredths, really, because it's only 2 digits rather than 3. Are we actually gaining? Two seconds back from the Nissan. Lap 27. Right, get out of the way. Oh my god, car won't turn. There we go. Alright, Nissan's gone off at Druids. And we're only 3 seconds back from the Vauxhall of Cleland. And there he is. I assume that's him. Another car. Right, you can go off. I'll do a half spin. Oh, I was actually up on my lap time as well. Bloody hell. Right. Ford Mondeo, don't have to worry about. He's a lapped car. Top 10. How far back are we from 9th? 12 seconds from the Peugeot. Bloody hell, the Peugeot. Doing well in 9th place. The Peugeot is in the top 10. Bloody hell. Remember, we are still lapped. The Audi lapped us about, what, 15 laps ago, and nowhere to be seen. So really, we are on lap 30, but we have 7 laps to go. Oh, get off the gravel, you idiot. Right, no one's behind. Bloody hell, yeah, we've lost 2 more seconds from the Peugeot. 14.5. Right, 13.4. Oh, load of cones everywhere. Better, 12.7. Up by 0.5, that is another lapped car. That is that Warwick again? Let's see. Oh, could that be the Audi? That might be the Audi of Biela or Bincliffe. We might be able to unlap ourselves. Fastest lap as well, 42.1. Oh, and he went wide. Alright, you can bugger off. I want your shenanigans today. Right, we've unlapped ourselves, that's good. But we only have a handful of laps to go, so yeah, we're not going to get the victory. A top... Oh, don't. Oh, for God's sake. Almost had it. Yes, come on, accelerate, please. go. Well, this is rather annoying, isn't it? 33. I don't know who is in the Peugeot up ahead, but I mean, they must be steaming. I think it's definitely going to be Harvey, I think. Because Watts is usually lagging at the back, but I mean, he's got past the Volvo. So Tim Harvey has actually moved up into 8th place, which is astonishing. They're 17 seconds behind said Volvo. Oh no, Volvo's got past the Peugeot again. So yeah, in reality, this is how the championship usually goes when you have the difficulty on maximum. Or rather, when the game decides to ramp up the difficulty to maximum during the championship. It's very difficult to catch up to anybody. If you slip down the order, pretty much you can kiss the race goodbye. We've done quite well to get up into the top 10, considering that the car is not behaving that well. Especially around Brands Hatch. Brands Hatch is definitely the worst track in the game for bumps, jumps, undulations, uneven road sections. It does like to catch the car out more often than not. 14 seconds behind the Peugeot. And we only have 3 laps to go, so the likelihood of catching Harvey is none to very none. Or none to absolute 0. Speaking of Peugeots, there's Patrick Watts in the sister Peugeot. The number 2 driver. And the Ford Mondeo, which I'm going to assume is Radicic. Sporting a bit of damage on the rear by the looks of it. Off he goes. Oh my god, I actually got a car out of the race. Well, colour me surprised. There is a way to retire cars at Brands Hatch. It's just before you go through clearways. Well, that is good to know. It does nothing for my position though, I'm still in 10th. But hey, this is 90s touring cars, you know, you're bound to have at least one retirement during races. Oh, there's the Audi again, go on. I am being completely destroyed by this group of machines. Well, the next lap would have been my last lap, but we've just been lapped again by the Audi, so this is the last lap. And we're going to finish 10th. An embarrassing 10th. That is the worst position we've had this entire season. Oh, okay, so that proves how often I've never been lapped on this game. I actually thought the race would end because I am lapped. No, you still have to complete the race distance. I've never known that. Because I've never actually been lapped during a race before. So I've always done the full race length. Oh my god, out of the way. And we'll take out the Honda at the end. away.
Well, in a race right up to the flag, it's Bintcliffe who comes away with victory.
Yep.
Here's how the race finished.
Yeah, so Bintcliffe then gets the victory. Plato down in 5th. What the hell was he doing? Rydell and Beeler round out the podium. Thompson, Plato, Tarquini, Leslie and Harvey with a top 8. Then you got Burt, myself, Cleland, Reed, Hoy, Warwick and Patrick Watts, with Paul Radisich retiring with a few laps to go.
The pole position for race 2 has to be decided now, so let's join the second qualifying session.
Nope, not going to happen. So yeah, that is race 1 done. We'll be back next time for race 2, and then it'll be a case of finishing off the final 2 races of the season at Silverstone next time. So yeah, I'm going to leave it here for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you for race 2 very soon. So take care, stay safe, and bye for now.